There it is. 4, 5. Okay. I just want to try to show you some tricks on how to use Anki or Anki, whatever you want to call it. It is not. It is a cool program. It is not super intuitive. A little hard to figure out sometimes, but I spent some time just working on this stuff, and so for me, I've boiled it down. I've boiled it down into the just like the things that I do with it, and hopefully this kind of stuff will help you out. Okay, so if you have never used this before, I'll just start from the beginning. If you've never used this before, you download it, and I'm on a Mac, and so some of the short keyboard shortcuts that I'll tell you will be Mac things. And there are PC synonyms for those, but I don't know what they are. Okay, so if you just get in here and you want to just use it and you have no idea where to start, this stuff won't show up. These are my own decks that I've made. So I will just, but if you, so imagine this was blank, all this right here, and then you just create a deck. We call it Rama Lama Ding Dong. Rama Lama Ding Dong. Okay. And so, okay. To open it up and do anything with it, click on that. Then you have finished. We don't have any cards yet. You can go to Add. And this is just going to help you add cards to this. If you were looking at this, there's different types of cards. Don't worry about that at all, because you pull down this deck and there's like, oh my gosh, there's all this stuff. I don't know what all this means. Basic just means that it is like a index card, and this is the front and this is the back. And so I guess I can make one of these cards. My name is Kid Rock. We'll add that. Okay, so now anytime you want to review this, you can just go back over here, resume study. My name is, what is my name? It's Kid Rock! Okay, so you see how that works. Also, these things on the bottom, let me go back. To show you the answer, the shortcut key for this is space. You can also just click that. And these are the time ratings on here. So if I didn't know that, if I didn't know my own name, I would click that. So this is like, I don't know this at all. I kind of know this, and I know this in my sleep. So I'd hit that. And once you get a lot of these cards, you won't just see the same one double back to back. So obviously you know what the answer is now. So that's what it looks like after you do that. So we'll go back over here. So that's a basic deck. I don't use those as much. I don't really use those anymore. I use a lot of these called close. And these are cool because it lets you make your own fill-in-the-blank cards, and it lets you generate a lot of cards off of one sentence. So, gosh, what could we type? Okay, I've got a Robin's book right here. What's something that I understand? Okay. Open it up to a little part on polycythemia vera. Okay, myeloproliferative disorder associated with an absolute increase in red cell mass. Okay. I would abbreviate this polycythemia. My teachers always called it rubevera, so polycythemia rubevera is a disorder. Oh crap! I lost. Oh, there it is. Associated with absolute increase. Okay, so this is just a sentence. You could copy and paste this from somewhere. If you have online, like for instance, if you have like a book that you really like, and you want to copy and paste text out of there, you could just do things like that, copy and paste it,
into this box and work with it from there if you really wanted to go fast. So to do this, what I want to do is I want to generate a bunch of what are essentially fill-in-the-blank cards. To do that, I'll highlight what I want to be a fill-in-the-blank blank on a card. So I would want to create one that said blank is a myeloproliferative disorder, blah blah blah. And so what I'll do is on a Mac, you press and hold, you press down Shift, hold that down, and also press down Command, and keep holding those two down, and then press C. When you press C, it does that. And so what it did is that generated a card, and we can add that card, and now we can look at what this card does. It looks like this. Blank is a myeloproliferative disorder. So it would be able to test you, okay, how, so this is obvious. You're a smart kid, you know how to work with stuff like that. Oh, PRV, that's what that is. Okay, so that's a cool feature. And we can keep working on this card. So a shortcut to edit is either pressing edit or you can hit E. So okay, so that's my first card. I want to keep tinkering with this card though. So I can go myeloproliferative. So that's my next card. So that'll be another fill-in-the-blank disorder associated with. We'll go like this. Generate that one. And okay. So now I've just taken things from this one sentence that I feel like could be testable material, or at least things that are important to know about just the details about PRV. So now I close this, and we've got, see this number right here will tell you how many new cards that you have. And so blank is a myeloproliferative disorder associated with increased red cell mass. PRV, we knew that. Oh, excuse me. Woo! Gesundheit. So we go blah. PRV is a myeloproliferative disorder. It's associated with an absolute increase in red cell mass. Absolute increase in, what is red cell mass? Okay. And so the first time you see cards in this new version of Anki, it will give them to you twice. The first time you see them, every time after that, it's just once. Okay. So we've seen these all. We'll keep making them. Okay. Now we can show you something else. So for me, one thing that helps me if I'm trying to learn details, but it's hard. There's just some things that I'm not really getting, and it's just things I have to cram, like just a bunch of just straight up memorization, just like word associations, things like that. You can make a bunch of cards that are similar to that. So I could, gosh, let's see. Okay. So for instance, let's see, April 20th, I'm trying to think of something I could do. Okay. So if we were just going to do variations on the last card that we made, if I was having problems with that, I could do myeloproliferative disorder with absolute increase in red cell mass is PRV. This is the same information. We're rewording it just to get more repetitions with it and to see it worded a different way. Maybe that's just the way that I worded it this time will help me remember it. So we can make the same cards. Generate that. So in 20 seconds, I made 4 new cards based off of that. There's probably you can probably get too unwieldy with that stuff if you just had, let's see, the mutation in the majority of PRV cases is Jack 2. This is a disease. This is a disease associated with
an increase in red cell mass. This disease is treated with blah blah blah. So something like this just gets a little too much because for me, I like shorter, more discrete things. Are for me are better. So if I was going to make a card off of this, I would make separate ones. I would make this its own card. I would make, well, we already have made this its own card. And I would make a card for this, just like this. That was quick. Now we've got, yeah, so you see this one. That's the card we just made. And really at this point is how fast can you type? What would be another, gosh, what would be another, let's see. The extensor vernaculum is on the dorsal aspect of the wrist. Oh, no, let's not do that one. It's common to injure to F-R-A-C-T, the scaphoid carpal bone when your hand braces yourself from falling. This fracture will put you at, we'll put that bone at risk. It's gonna crush this. Okay, so this is me. So this is just how I would generate my own cards, things like this. You type them real fast with those keyboard shortcuts. It goes quick. One thing you can do too is if you can. So what I've been showing you is ways to do this where you just have one blank, like right here. This is the only one that's blank. In this example, this is the only one that's blank. What you can do, and this is, I can't think of an example right now of a good example of it, but there are definitely instances where it's good to have two blanks. So you could leave this blank and leave this blank if that was advantageous to you in making these cards. The way that you would do that is, I can show you this. Let's see. The Memphis Grizzlies are playing the LA Clippers tonight. The Grizzlies were losing at halftime. Okay, so you can highlight this. Oh, no, you can do that. You can go this. And so we've got one, we've got two, this makes sense. You can go this. And then if we wanted to blank out this part and this part at the same time, what we do is change that to 1, which just signifies these will both go out at the same time. So now we'll check that card out. Yeah, here it is. We've got this blanked and this blanked simultaneously. That can be a good thing to do. There obviously you can think of things where you want to leave it both out. There's also a keyboard shortcut for that. I will do another example of that. It would be, let's see, increasing the bearish. Let's see. Increasing this will the efferent trail while leaving will the GFR. Okay, so now we're going to make our own, so increasing slightly. Okay, we're going to do this right now. So I want to have this and this blank out at the same time.
there's a keyboard shortcut for that, which is almost exactly the same as it was